Buongiorno, everyone. Welcome back to the Magpie Channel podcast. We will be moving this to a Monday night very soon due to Champions League. What's the word I'm looking for? Obligations, fixtures, things we've got to do on a Wednesday. Commitments. Aye. So we'll be moving it round, but this week we are here a few days before the transfer window closes. So it's all going to be kicking off in the next few days. We're here to discuss transfers. We're here to discuss those Champions League commitments who we could get as the draw is at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned in to Channel 5. We'll be doing another live show for the Champions League draw tomorrow and a live show tonight at 10 o'clock after the Grimsby Mainoo game to find out who we get in the Carabao Cup. So we'll discuss that as well, all the latest. But let's start off then, Keg, with a little look back towards that Liverpool fixture the other night. A feisty one. Fiery one. And a disappointing one in terms of conceding late, but a proud one on terms of performance, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like it was like bittersweet, like leaving because you were like so proud of the team, like we've done so well. But yeah, just that last minute goal from the kid Rio, put a bit of a stinger on it. But in all honesty, like I went in at half time really deflated. Obviously, Gordon was sent off right before half time. And we're already a goal down. So with a team like Liverpool, like arguably the best team in the country, if not the world, like it was already a mountain to climb. Like I say, goal down, man down. And I think even before I was still finishing me pint off when Nekatike scored. In fact, no, I went for a wee.
Classic, that always happens.
Neck me drink off, and I was just about to go out. I thought, tactical wee. I'm going to have a wee before I go out there just to see this pint off.
Arnie Sloss did the same thing.
I know. Me and Arnie had a slash together.
Oh,
so, yeah, I missed Nekatike's goal, but by the time I came out, 2-0 down, man down, I was like, nah, fuck this. I really considered just going home, and I thought I thought this could be a bloodbath. Like I thought, like it's like 20 seconds in, like Gordon was just sent off before we went in. They came out, goal straight away. I was like, this is game hour here. I was like, I'll wait for a third. I thought, it's going to start coming in now. It really is. Like I feel like it's going to be a flurry. They're going to hit a third, then they're going to get the win. They'll hit a fourth, then they'll get a fifth. So I was just waiting for that third, and I was really thinking, I'm getting home. But absolute credit to the lads. Like, they absolutely flipped it on its head and were dominated. I felt like we were probably the better team in the first half, to be honest.
Oh, definitely.
I really feel like we went in at halftime a goal down and a man down, but we played so well. We had to hold our heads up high. I think Gordon's red card really probably changed the halftime team talk for Eddie Howe. It probably would have just been a bit more of the same, lads. Just a bit more fight in the final third. Just a little bit more effort, like get your shots on target. And that would have been it. But completely changed it on its head with Gordon's red card. And yeah, Ekatike's goal could have been game over. But we're proper stuck in. We were mint. Like, it was so good. Like, I was in the Gallagher end for that second half where the goals went in. And just seeing the effort and how much they were rattled. I think once we got that goal, like I turned to Pooley in the road behind her and Agans, that rattled, yeah. Like Canate was rattled.
All over the shop.
Like he really was. Like I just felt it, like the crowd, like the energy from the crowd and how well they were getting stuck in. Like Joe Linton winding everyone up and Dan Byrne. Tonali was mint. Tino was mint. Like everyone just stuck in, and we absolutely deserved that equaliser. Like from when we got the first one, that's when we had like a few more like long throw-ins from Tino, a few free kicks in good positions and corners and stuff, and you could see Canate getting rattled. I was like, wait, we're back in this, yeah. Like I can feel this equaliser coming. And then obviously, yeah, I felt like even after the equaliser, it was either going to finish 2-2 or we were going to be the one to get the winner. I just felt like we were so in control of the game. And the only one really threatened in that second half, like once they went 2-0 up, I can't really remember too many opportunities that they had.
No,
I feel like we absolutely dominated that game. And if anyone was going to get a third, it should have been us.
It should have been nice.
So, yeah, like from the dejection, like from the 2-0 and the man down, like the feeling of just wanting to go home because we're going to get absolutely pissed on, like, and to almost coming away with an unbelievable point. We would have taken that any day of the week. It would have been one of the best points of the season. To coming away and losing Like, it was just so bittersweet, like the dejection of the loss, but the pride in the performance and how we handled ourselves. It was, really mixed emotions.
It was. I mean, it's a bitter pill to swallow. It's the same old Scouse pill, though, isn't it? Bloody late goals every single time. I called it with Alex in the vlog on the way up to the stadium, saying there'd be a late goal. Like, it's always drama, and we got that drama in the first half when we were dominating. We were still the better side throughout the game. Even Jimmy Carragher said on Sky, you'll never see a better team performance who actually lose. You might not see a luckier team performance from someone who won. Like, how Liverpool won that game again, man, it's down to taking the chances. But I mean, we were the better side. We were dominant. Obviously, we lacked a striker, of course we did, but it's just such a shame that I couldn't have got a result. And like you said, valiant though to be pushing on and trying to get 3 points at the end with 10 men, and it didn't look like we had 10 men.
No, it really didn't. From when we went 2-0 down, you would have thought we had 12. Absolutely class.
And that was due to Anthony Gordon getting sent off against his boyhood club. Is that a bit of a case of, getting the emotions too high? Obviously, that's what we wanted. We wanted fever pitch. We got the great atmosphere. But is it the case of it's a bit too overboard and sometimes this is what can boil over and be kind of a bad example of that, really, and lunging in like that? He's trying to do the right thing when the ball gets stuck in, get into them, as the banner says.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's kind of cost to a man, hasn't it? I don't think it cost with the game because the 10 men were brilliant, but it's the risk you take, isn't it?
It is, and I think it didn't really cost it in the game. Thankfully, we probably were better when you go a man down, but now we haven't got Gordon for the next 3 games, and obviously without a striker, without a replacement for Wilson and Isak still in Huff, we still don't have a striker, and Gordon's been our striker for the last 2 games. So now we're without him even. So we're going to go back to the drawing board. So yeah, you did want to see people get stuck in, and I respect Gordon for chasing everything down. Like, you put in a full sprint, chasing everything down from the right-hand side right across over onto the left. Just lunged in a little bit too hard from where I was in the Gallagher. I thought it looked like a good tackle. And I thought it was just a bit more of Liverpool, VAR, sticking up to them, loving the big guns, being a little bit biased. And I just knew as soon as the referee went to the monitor, he was going to give a red card. You could absolutely feel it. From where I was, I didn't think it was a foul, but went in at half-time for me pint and seeing on the monitor, it was a clear red card. Can't really argue with it, to be honest.
No, you can't. As much as I like to.
I know. I wish I could sit here and say, fuck the referees, doing us how early. Yeah, it was a red card.
We say it didn't cost for the game because we did come back but ultimately lose in the last minute. But do you think if Gordon was on the pitch, we would have got a result out of that then? He was the one that was getting all the chances in the first half, wasn't he?
He was, and could be. You could argue with that, but I think sometimes it is a bit difficult when you are the team that has 11 men against 10, because sometimes they can change things up and make it really hard to play against. So I don't know. I don't know if it would have been better with Gordon on, or if it actually did help with him going off. I think because we proper knuckled down, in this, especially after conceding that early second half goal. When you're 2-0 down with a man down, you're like, right, if we don't knuckle down here, it could have been a bloodbath. And so I think that might have actually mentally helped with to get proper stuck in and thought, we need to give these guys a go here. Otherwise, we're going to get smashed.
I think it was just the defending wasn't the best, and Nick Pope's been called out, I see, across social media and stuff for shots just going past him and that. I mean, it's just one of them ones where you can see you're unlucky here or there, but Liverpool's the quality showed throughout that game in times of finishing. Ekitike, of course, always going to score. Gravenberch with a long range one. It's just when that open half an hour, I was thinking we need to score here when we're on top. We need to score and take advantage of this. With 2-2 in all that added time, it's good that we're lost in the end. But at the end of the day, it's early on in the season. We know that if we didn't have a striker, we would have got a result there, would have beat Villa, so it could be a different story. But we'll get on to that striker pursuit in just a minute. Anything else on the old Liverpool review? I have to say, the atmosphere was brilliant. The message was brilliant again from More Flags. And, of course, Eddie Howe, getting Slot's number, in essence of being a better team on the pitch, beating them in the cup final. But showing that we can go toe-to-toe, listen, that was 10 men against the champions, and we were the better team, and we're seconds away from getting a result with only 10 men.
Yeah.
Shows what we're capable of.
Yep.
And imagine we had a striker.
Yeah, I think that the resilience over the last couple of games, like, it is good to see. We do just feel like we are just missing that striker. Like you say, Villa away. Like you looked at these two games when the fixtures came out, Villa away, Liverpool at home. It's a hard start of the season.
Really hard.
And you look at on paper, we've only getting 1 point out of it. That's disappointing. But that doesn't tell you the story of the games. Like we probably were the better team against Villa. With a striker, we would have won that. Like it's a shame that we didn't take advantage of Konsa's red card. We should have capitalized on that. And I think if we had like a striker with the quality of Isak, I think that would have been a very, very comfortable 3 points, to be honest. Probably would have seen that out 2-0.
Yeah.
If we had like a reliable striker and if we were able to take advantage of like the red card with a striker like Isak. And yeah, Liverpool, like even with Gordon's red card, but were the better team for the majority of the game and we only lost by 1 goal. So yeah, like 1 point on the board, disappointing. But I think with everything that we're dealing with without a recognisable striker and losing Gordon for half of the game, we've done for it really, really well. Like we do just need that striker. Maybe it's 1 or 2 bodies. Maybe he's in a few other positions just so there's a little bit of squad depth. There's obviously another dampener on the day was not just the suspension to Gordon, but injuries. Tonali, Joelinton and Shaw had to go off, and who knows what their short-term future lies. I think, thankfully, none of them look too serious.
That was an update today, wasn't it? That it doesn't look as bad as first feared.
Yeah, I think Shaw's just going to be in concussion protocol, so he'll probably miss Saturday, but he's fine.
Right.
It's just one of the kind of league rules. Tonali, I think it was maybe just a dislocated shoulder. I'll be sore for a few days, but he'll be fine long-term. Joelinton's looked the worst. I think he's going to go for a scan today, so we don't really know the outcome of that. But they say it's not going to be long-term. But what does that mean? That could mean
How
anything.
long is it?
That could mean absolutely anything. So, yeah, Shaw and Tonali, I'm not too worried about long-term. Probably going to miss Saturday. Hopefully not too much more than that. Who knows? But, yeah, Joelinton's the worry. But, yeah, that's why, I think we'd need... This is why I always harp on about squad depth. And I think even if we hadn't have gotten them injuries to Tonali and Joelinton, I still would have liked to have seen another centre mid come through. I know we've already getting...
We'll talk about one that's been linked today soon.
We've already getting Ramsey. But yeah, I just feel like one more I'd be a bit more comfortable with. Obviously, strikers, you'd like 2. I'd even maybe like 3 if with things are going on with Isak. But looks like we're probably going to get none of them. So never mind 1, never mind 2, never mind 3. How about none? All right, sound. But yeah, like, I really feel like we're just that close. We're a couple of signings, just a little bit of depth away. Obviously, the strikers the biggest issue, and we're playing so well. Like 1 point could quite easily have been 6.
It could have. Aye. And we need to get a win on the board, I feel, this weekend against Leeds, which we'll preview at the end of the show. But on the injury front, at least in a sense, there is an international break after this game already, which is stinky.
Which is good for the likes of Shaw and Tonali, especially.
For us, a bit of a rest and break, give it easy. And then we'll see how the lads look after those international fixtures. So let's get into the juicy stuff then. Actually, no, we're going to leave the juicy stuff, the transfer stuff, because things are developing, all right, as the show goes on. So before we do that, Keg, we'll touch on the Champions League draw, which takes place at 5 p.m. tomorrow. We're doing a live stream for that one, so tune in to find out who Newcastle United get in that new opening phase of the Champions League, where you face 8 different teams, is it? 7
I think so, yeah. 4 home, 4 away, all different teams. 4 away,
so the mad old new league phase format for Newcastle, so there'll be no group of death necessarily this time round. There's no, play PSG at home, play them away, get robbed and all that. It's 4 at home, 4 away. So just before we came on air, Keg, we were looking at the potential opponents, the projected pots for the draw. There's still a couple of games ongoing this evening in the Champions League. There was a huge upset last night where Celtic got knocked out by the old Kazakhstan team, Almaty. They knocked them out. So you fancy a trip to Almaty then? Are you putting them in your who we want bracket?
No.
Miles away.
Absolutely not. I was just telling you before we went on air where exactly located Almaty is. For those that don't know, it's like a few miles away from the border of China. So we're essentially going away to China in the European Cup, which makes absolutely no sense at all. Just Kazakhstan's just that big. I mean, Kazakhstan isn't even in Europe anyway, so I don't even know what they're doing in the Champions League as is. But yeah, where Almaty is, it's right on the eastern side of Kazakhstan, Boratsville. And yeah, just a few minutes from the border of China. So it's a canny trek So I will certainly not be enjoying them. They can come to St. James's if they want,
That'll be fun.
but I ain't going away. I really, really like, not me, not that I don't want to go. I mean, I don't, but I don't want the lads going over there because you know for a fact we'll have a big weekend game coming up.
That'll be December, the derby.
We're going away to China. On a bloody Wednesday night, and then we're playing the Mackhams at the Stadium Light on this Sunday. Oh, goodness gracious me! Yeah,
I tell you what, be a good vlog, wouldn't it, people?
Great vlog.
Great Wall of China in the vlog 1 minute, Kazakhstan the next, Borat's village, then off to the ground. Be freezing. The temperatures are mad over there, aren't they, in Kazakhstan? But yeah, that's one of the teams that we could get if we're lucky at the projected pot. And remember, in the Champions League, in this new opening phase of the 8 fixtures, you can't play anybody from your own country. So we can't draw Liverpool, for example, and then you can't play more than 2 teams from the same country. So you could get Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, to be fair, but you couldn't obviously get your Villarreals or anyone else
Barca,
on
Bilbao.
top of that. Yeah, Barca, Bilbao, and all the rest of it. So, I mean, who we expect. I'll start with mine, Keg, who I want, right? And I'm just going to go through it. Say if it's 2 from each pot, then, you know, we've already done PSG. I don't want them.
Yeah, they're the ones I'm really not bothered about, especially since they're probably a lot better than the team that we played.
Oh, definitely.
Like the reigning, it would be good to beat the reigning champions, like in having them probably actually as one of the best teams in the world at the minute. So it'd be nice to get them. But we've been there, done that, move on. Doesn't matter.
Move on. Same thing for Dortmund and Milan and stuff in the other pots as well, to be honest with you. So from pot 1, I'm picking, I want Real Madrid away. Yeah. Get me to the Bernabeu. And then if there's another in the...
To be fair, though, when you look at them, they say we can't get someone else from our country. So City and Liverpool's and Chelsea's in our group. So it really does narrow it down. So we don't want PSG.
It's going to be PSG, isn't it?
We don't really want Inter. I know we played AC last time, but same fucking city, same stadium. So less of that. So all that leaves is Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona.
Yeah.
That's it.
I actually want both Spanish teams, Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Yeah.
I have Real Madrid away and Barcelona at home. Run it back. Run the Aspria deal back.
We can't do both.
You can get 2. You can no more than 2.
From the same country.
Really? Country,
So yeah, I'd maybe do Munich. Give us Bayern Munich and one of Real or Barca.
Yeah. It gets interesting when you go on to the other pot. So pot 2, you've got the likes of Bayer Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Benfica, Atalanta, Villarreal, Juventus, Eintracht Frankfurt, and Club Bruges to be confirmed. Are they 3-1 up against Rangers?
Bruges are 3-1 up against Rangers, so they're definitely going through.
I think so.
Benfica could be Fenerbahce as they're 0-0 in their first leg to be played at 8 o'clock tonight. Actually, Karabag and Ferencvaros are on right now. 1-1 currently, with Karabag got a 4-2 aggregate advantage.
Azerbaijan, Karabag?
No, that's that.
Oh, it's even worse than Kazakhstan, I think that.
So, and that too, so it could either be Benfica or Fenerbahce. Club Bruges has got a 3-1 advantage on Rangers, so they're pretty much through. You know, it is Bruges. I actually would like Bruges.
Yeah, I would like Bruges.
That would be interesting. Frankfurt's good. Juve be cool.
Villarreal,
Atlanta.
I like Benfica. I like Portugal as a country.
Leverkusen.
Holiday. Like a bit of, so I'd go for like a Benfica and Bruges, something different.
I'd like
and
that,
have a couple of teams where you think you actually might stuff them. A bit different from the group of death a couple of years ago, where we did very well but still got knocked out. You know, give us some big guns like a Real Madrid and Barcelona, then give us some Bruges and Benficas, and then in your pot 3, you've got PSV, Ajax, Napoli, Sporting Lisbon, Olympiacos, Slavia Prague, and Marseille, and maybe 1 or 2 others from the qualifiers to be confirmed. From that pick, I think Amsterdam would be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, yes.
Ajax
nice and close as well from the northeast. It's only an hour flight.
Exactly.
Piece of piss, lovely. None of this China shit. But obviously, Amsterdam speaks for itself. Like, great city. And obviously, Ajax is a great club with a nice stadium, but it's nice and close. So I give me a little bit of Ajax. Even PSV, like Eindhoven, that's not too bad.
That'll do.
Have a slice of that. Sporting in there, getting to Lisbon.
I would like Slavia Prague. Just been to Prague a few months ago.
Can you imagine if we got Amsterdam and Prague?
Oh,
now we're talking.
Big, I'd be lovely. Now that's an away day. Keep your Azerbaijans, yeah. Down to these cities that we actually want to visit. And then Napoli, I've been to Naples before. Great city. I wouldn't mind going there. Hostile though, wouldn't it? Scott McTominay.
Oh, be interesting though.
Kevin De Bruyne. I like that. I think pot 3 is the best one.
I think Lisbon could be as well. I think Olympiacos could be good. I think Olympiacos could be a nice little away day.
All the teams there, I would like to play most of them in that group, to be honest. Olympiacos,
Marseille, though, and like we've been to Marseille, south of France. Lovely.
That was very, very dangerous.
Hostile.
Fair.
That was the Russians.
That was the Russians, not the French. And then pot 4 is the one that Newcastle United are in, alongside Paphos, the Greek team
that's the one
who have got through. You fancy with that, day?
Paphos.
Bilbao, Union SG, that would be good for a difference. Belgium side there, Union Saint-Gilles.
That's in Brussels.
I wouldn't mind that, never been there.
There's a bit of Brussels.
Galatasaray, that would be very, very naughty, that league. Imagine Galatasaray, poor dear me.
I might not get that one. Monaco, though.
Monaco.
How about fun? It's nice at Monaco.
And then Copenhagen, who are in the qualifier tonight,
1-1
with Basel. So 4 home, 4 away. It's going to be interesting. Can't wait to see who Newcastle get. First game is between the 16th and 18th of September, I think. And obviously there's like 2 a month pretty much all the way until February. So many fixtures there to get through. Are you more confident this time, Keg, than 2 years ago in that group of death, depending on who we get? But with more fixtures, more chance, that league phase, you have a good opportunity to get through even to the playoffs, haven't you?
You do. It's a bit interesting. And to be honest, I'm not even going to lie. I still don't really know how it works.
Mad. It's absolutely mad.
Because with Newcastle not being in the Champions League last year, I didn't really care. Didn't really pay too much attention to it.
Aye.
So, yeah, this whole league playoff stage thing is still quite new to me. Is more games better? I mean, you'd probably say no, because especially if you haven't really got much of a squad depth, which we're kind of teetering on at the minute. Like, you don't really want, because I think last time where we only played 6 games, it really, really stretched our squad and we were right down to the bare bones towards the end of it, weren't we? So yeah, a couple of extra games before going to the knockout stage probably isn't a good thing. But I do like that you can go different places, that you can play more different teams.
Yeah,
I like that, because obviously you'd only get in the group stage, you'd get your 3 teams and play them both home and away. So yeah, it's just a little bit variation here. It's just a bit different, interesting. So yeah, I like it. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, we're seeing some people. Didn't Bruges go through the knockout stage last year?
Did they?
I think so. I might be wrong about that, but obviously I know Villa did. So Villa got through. Did Villa not get the quarterfinal or something like that?
Villa got knocked out of PSG in the quarters, didn't they?
Yeah, like teams like that can do well. So it's obviously a different format. Yeah, so more teams go through and stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, why not? I mean, I think we can do quite well in it. It just obviously depends on what squad depth and how we fare across the season.
Shouts here for Ajax, for Barca, for Madrid. What we got here as well. Bruges be a good away date, certainly would. Overnight ferry to Amsterdam. Fleet around out of that. 2 quid pints in Kazakhstan, though. See, Andrew?
How much is it going to get there?
Prague. To be fair, Prague's pints are about £2.50, so I got in Prague instead.
Did that.
How much is it going to be to get there, right? Jesus Christ, that's a long old flight,
Long
old flight.
Need some watch-ons as well.
Ooh, it'd be stinky.
Can't see a direct flight to fucking, where is it? Almaty? That's the one, Almaty. I can't really say Newcastle will provide any direct flights to Almaty, so going to be a few connections, long flights,
and then maybe like last time, supporters clubs and stuff put on direct flights. But again, if you're going all the way direct, then that'll be expensive. And the other worst thing is when these teams get announced. Say tomorrow gets announced, we've got Madrid. And then the airport hike up all the prices. It's a disgrace that, like, 'cause obviously the traffic surge to the websites, and then what would have cost you 70 quid for a flight to Bruges is now going to cost you 400 for absolutely no reason. So it's a joke. Absolutely.
Fun. I drive to Bruges. I'd rather do that.
Exactly. That'll be a good vlog as well.
Ooh,
road trip.
Yeah, we can. Euro trip.
Aye.
Get the ferry to Amsterdam.
Aye.
Drive from Amsterdam.
There you go.
Lovely.
That's a nice plan. But I'm confident, this year for the Champions League. I think we're going to do well. I think we could get around the quarters. Maybe it all depends on who we get, because let's be real, Liverpool got knocked out in the first knockout round because they got Paris Saint-Germain.
It is, yeah.
And they knocked out your Villas and your Arsenal. So I'm looking forward to this campaign, man. Can't
interested in getting to the knockout stages, to be honest. I don't think we're good enough right now, especially with the squad depth and how long the season's going to be with them extra 2 group games. Like, I don't think we'll go far. If people want to talk about getting to the quarterfinals or whatever, I'm not really asked, to be honest. I just think it would be a nice achievement to get there. And like with the format being a bit different, it's probably a little bit more achievable now than it was a couple of years ago.
Definitely,
So yeah, I don't mind. Like, yeah, I think we can do well, but how far we go, I don't really care.
I would love to win it, me personally.
Oh, I'd like to win it. That'd be nice. That's why we're going to Budapest.
Aston
None of
Villa
this Ferencváros away shit.
Aston Villa got the quarters last year, very close to getting the semis. So who knows what could happen there? But it all has to see, injuries to a sign and all the rest of it. And speaking of that, first super chat of the show, big up Stuart Wolf. Scouting is poor, cheaper abroad. Hopeful on JSL though.
JLS.
Not GLS, JSL. Going to win the Champions League. So yeah, Jürgen Strand Lawson linked again today. We're going to talk about him in a minute. But on their super chat there, Keg Scouting's poor. You need to look abroad because obviously we're getting some real Premier League tax, aren't we? Right now with Strand Lawson, with GSL.
Well, we are, but we're not really doing very well abroad either, to be honest.
On all fronts. Around the globe.
I mean, we're signing.
We've got Chow.
We've got Chow.
Good.
And all our other signings have been from the Premier League. Like, we didn't do very well with Sesko or Rekatike or anyone else that we've been linked with. So, yeah, I do think, though, to be fair, we should be looking abroad. I think
get better value, don't you?
Eddie Howe does like his English players, and I get that.
Brexit
as well. But yeah, getting Premier League proven players, like people that know the league or familiar with the league, it makes sense. But yeah, you're probably right. Like that, there is the Premier League tax, and especially those that know Newcastle now have money. You've seen it over the past with like your Man Uniteds and Chelsea's and stuff. Like people overcharge, and where now that people know we've got money, so people are going to overcharge you. Like the value. If Malik Chow played for
Brighton.
West Ham, Brighton, Wolves. How much would they be charging for Malik Chow?
75 million.
Easy.
We wanted Van Hecker from Brighton, and they were like 60
million. Like if put on the flip side, if Van Hecker played for AC Milan, how much could we get him for?
20 million. Nuts, isn't it? But just same with Strand Lawson. They just got him for 23 million from Celta Vigo.
Last month.
He's played 3 games since, now he's worth 65.
That must have been a good 3 games. To be fair,
it was a good brace last night. That was a good brace last night. But we'll talk about that soon. But first of all, on transfers, and we're getting to the juicy topic, of course, of transfers for the last podcast of the summer, because it's been a long one. The window will close by the time we are back next Wednesday, and then we'll do it all again in January. But for now, there's been some news in the last couple of hours from Fabrizio Romano that Bayer Leverkusen wants Sven Botman. They are eyeing the Dutch defender to replace Hincapi, or however you say his name, Hickopi, Hungry Hippo. He's meant to be gone. Arsenal or Spurs, 2 of the teams want him. So when he leaves, they're on about Botman to replace him by Leverkusen. That's a one out of the blue, isn't it? A random one? Another one out of the list of surprises and like what the hell's going on, and could we be losing another player this summer? Imagine that if you had said at the start of the window, Botman and Isak would leave. Both haven't happened yet. Both.
No, literally neither one of them have.
Both are wide open, but I can't see this one happen. I can't. And Romano did say in that tweet that Newcastle don't want to sell. Yeah. It's going to be a difficult deal to do. Doesn't look like Botman's in any hurry to leave or anything, but it's a funky old rumor that's popped up today. I would say that funky house.
Yeah, a little bit out of the blue that one. Yeah, but you know it is. I can see a comment in there saying sell Botman, he's crocked, but. On one hand, I agree. Like, if we had this conversation about 2 years ago, I'd be like, nah, I wouldn't sell him for any price. Same as Isak. Slap 120 million on him.
Same.
Like, future, he's like generational. Like he's one of the best young centre-backs in the world. Like, he'd done so well for us in that season where we got to the Champions League and played Champions League. But yeah, he's been labelled fucking Sven Woodgate, isn't he? Like, he's just been a little bit too injury prone. Even when he comes back, he's a little bit off the boil. And not being funny, but he's lost his place to £10 million, 33-year-old Dan Burn.
Big Dan Burn.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like the level that he's at now. He's sat on the bench waiting his turn for Dan Burn to get crocked.
Yeah. Like, and you can't trust him not getting crocked. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, I know. So, but that's the thing. So, if we were to get a good fee for him, I wouldn't be mad about it, but the thing is depth, and we haven't got it. We've sold Lloyd Kelly.
Bring Kelly back.
We haven't got another left-sided centre-back, really.
Had targets left today.
Yeah, so like I said before, with depth, like with centre-mid, like I said before, technically our depth's okay, but I'd push for another one. Why sign 2 strikers when you can have 3? Like, if we sell Botman, we've only got 1 left-sided centre-back. We knew we were going into the window that we needed a right-sided centre-back, having Shaw, and we've still got Lascelles. Kraft can play there, but we knew that it wasn't good enough. We needed another one. So selling someone where we haven't got any depth, bar Dan Burn, 33 years old, doesn't make sense.
No, you'd have to get someone else, wouldn't you? And again,
it's a bit. It's just a bit daft selling. Exactly. Yeah. Like if this was like 1st of July, we could have discussed it and try and get someone else in. But no, it's just not worth it now. Like there's no point. If he comes back fit and gets back to the player that he is, and say we've sold him for 40 million, and this time next year he regains his confidence and he's worth like 80, we're gonna look stupid. And especially if we end up getting too many injuries, like if Dan Burn goes down and we've got knee one and we're playing, let's say like Chow and Shaw, or centre back partnerships, and all you've got on the bench is Jamal Lascelles. We've got knee one.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make sense. Like, we're not deep enough in that position, unfortunately. So can't do it, I'm afraid.
I hear what you're saying then. It's a good point because it's like you can't really predict how it's going to pan out. On one hand, it's like maybe you do cash in on him because he's injury prone and he's actually not starting games. And on the other hand, it's like if we get back to the Sven Botman from a year or two ago, we have one of the best defenders in the league, then you don't want to let him go.
Yeah,
you could get 40, 50 million for him and think, wow, that's a great deal. And then he goes on and not really do much for the rest of his career. He's unfortunate. He misses a lot of games. He continues getting injured and stuff. Or like you say, you sell him for 40 million and he goes on to be absolutely classed. And then Man City probably sign him for 70, 80 million. And a couple of years' time, like, why the hell did we let him go? You just know that if he stays in Newcastle, he's going to be crocked and he's not going to feature much and it's going to, back
yeah, and somewhere else he's going to be world class.
You go to Leverkusen and then everyone will want him in like a year's time again. But it is obviously the huge worry is the injuries with Sven Botman.
It is. Yeah.
The games he's missing, the reoccurring issues. It's a real shame, man, because he is a colossal of a defender. He's absolutely fantastic. We want him to get back to his best. He's still got, you'd hope, his best years ahead of him.
Still like 25, 25. Still young.
I do want to keep him. It just depends on his fitness, on his injury record, what the club's seeing behind the scenes. Do they believe he can get back to the player he was 18 months ago? I don't know. But right now, I just can't see that deal getting done.
Yeah.
It's a few days left. You mentioned there the lack of squad depth in that area. And again, would be panicking around. I would only accept it if it was like a big offer. If it was like over 50, if it was 60 million or something, then I'd be like, well, maybe that would pay for Strand Lawson. And that's
if we were going to get like 60 million for him, maybe
striker we desperately need. But yeah, at the minute, I can't see that one being a deal that'll get done. Just spoke about briefly there in that mention of defenders and the lack of them. Well, we'll let another one go today, and that was Matt Targett.
Yeah.
Loan deal to Middlesbrough, which means he's played his last game for Newcastle, you'd imagine, because his contract does expire next summer. So he's gone there, keeping it local, keeping it in the northeast. Borough have got off to a very good start in the championship this year so far under Rob Edwards. Looked like a good team. I'm actually batting them to get promoted, whether it's the playoffs or not. I think they'll come up. So good move for Borough, to be fair, getting an experienced defender in there. Again, if he can stay fit, because he's had those issues at Newcastle. So he probably play 2 games a week in the championship now and not get injured once. That's just the look at Newcastle's case. Probably 47 games this season for Matt Targett. FA Cup's a lot. He'll be playing every single week, smashing it in. But we don't know what the deal is in terms of wage because we know he was apparently on 100 grand a week, which is mental.
Borough can't afford anywhere near that.
So
I'd be surprised if they're paying any more than 20, 30.
I was going to say, I bet it's not even a 50-50 split.
No, of course it's not. No, they could, like, imagine a 50 grand left back in the championship. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, they could only really afford 20, 30. So we'll still be paying about 70, 80 grand of his wages, I can guarantee.
Yeah, I think we will be paying a big chunk of them. But again, it's maybe someone that's not going to get much game time. And the move's been there for Targett. It's a shame we couldn't have just got like 6 million for him or something.
Whatever.
Just get anything.
A couple of million.
Just get a few million for him. But it's a loan deal. He's out of there. And that's one out the door for Newcastle. Another one that's linked out the door is William Osula. Surprisingly enough, because we've only got one striker. So what's the point?
I'll sell him, man.
Get rid of him. Yeah, Gordon, he's injured, suspended. Shall I say? There's 3 games out for him.
Botman needs to stay fit. He's going to be a centre forward soon.
Aye, may as well. Anyhow, wants that tall striker. Been trying all summer, 6'4" Lawson. So yeah, Sven Botman up top. Before we talk about Osula's rumours, that were in online over the weekend there. Reluctant Gamer with a super chat. Do you like the away kit, Matty? Is it authentic? Looks nice. Cheers, mate. I do like it now. I didn't like it at the time when it was the leaks, as always, weren't the best.
Yeah, I'm the same. To be
Even
fair.
when it
is
officially,
nicer.
even when it officially came out, I didn't actually like it again. I didn't make us want to go and buy it. But then I seen the lads wearing it against Aston Villa, and we're in the pub watching the match. A few beers, a few hours later, I was on my phone, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to buy that green kit, me. Like. So I went and bought it. Why not? You know what I mean? Champions League trips, got to wear something in China.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Kazakhstan, away. We'll be there.
It is a lot nicer in the flesh. I was the same. Like when I seen the leaks, I was not a fan at all. It was horrible.
Me neither.
But yeah, since it's been released, I've been warmed to it. But to be fair, I think this is actually the first time I've actually seen it. I don't actually think I've seen one in the flesh yet.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking at it up close. It is quite smart, to be fair. Like I do like it.
I really like the white and green badge, and as the comment says, that is it the pro version. It is, so that means the collar's different there. It doesn't go all the way around. It kind of like cuts off here, and it's a bit thinner. Obviously, this is a bit thinner. The material, it's a bit more climate cool with that there for the players when they're wearing it. And it's just a nice fitting kit. I like it. This is not by any means my favourite Newcastle kit ever, or even in recent years. But yeah, I don't mind. I always get sucked in. You know, when you're doing this every day, uniform to be honest. And yeah, I'll be wearing it on some away days as well. So I thought I'd get involved. I got roped in after seeing the lads wearing it at Villa Park. But there we go. Cheers for the super chat on that one. On Osula then, he was linked to Bayer Leverkusen on the weekend, as well as a host of other Bundesliga clubs. But he scored, obviously, the other night off the bench, took his chance. Nice.
He did, yeah.
Will he play against Leeds on the weekend? Start. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. But Osula, away, does that make any sense to you, Keg? There was talks it could be a loan, it could be a permanent. What's your thoughts?
Right now makes less sense than Botman and Target going. I think we had this conversation either at the end of the season or quite early into like pre-season, where like we're talking about loaning him. Some weren't in favour because he's like a fan favourite and he's young and upcoming and finished the season really well. I said like I wouldn't mind him going out on loan because he's still not there. And I think he had a bit of a ropey pre-season, to be fair. Like, yeah, credit to him for getting his goal in what was potentially a point-earning goal against Liverpool. But yeah, he's still got some work to do. So I think a loan move for him could have been good. But obviously right now, he's the only recognised striker in the squad. So it makes zero sense right now. Like, with Gordon being suspended, he's probably going to have to start against Leeds. So
he is actually, yeah.
We can't really. It doesn't really make any sense to loan him right now. I mean, if we get two, as I said before, fingers crossed for three, but that's not going to happen. If we get two strikers through the door by the end of the window, maybe you could consider letting them go out on loan. But right now, you cannot.
No.
We literally cannot go into a season with no recognised strikers at the club. And
only Newcastle can, though.
And meanwhile, Osula may not be the best option. At least he's a fucking option.
The only option.
Yeah, literally.
The only option.
Better have something than down, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is, right? It was like, do I get the away kit or not? Well, I get it, yeah. No away kit or green away kit. I have it. But it's Osula, because this weekend highlights that. And I mean, this is why Newcastle are going mad at the minute, trying to get Jorgen Strand Lawson for big money. So, yeah, there's potential for somebody to come in before Saturday. Maybe. The window so far wouldn't suggest so, but bids are being placed for strikers. So if Wolves did accept one tonight, who knows? Could happen. Third bid's ready. We'll get into that in a minute. Then someone may come in. Wissers went quiet. That could come in. Someone out of the blue might happen. But as it stands, Osula is our only recognised striker. So no way can he go. But say if we did sign, let's give up another hypothetical one then. If we did sign Lawson and or Wisser. See, we've got two in because you need at least two.
Got to get two.
Got to get at least two in. Would you then consider selling Osula if it was 15 million, get your money back, or a loan to development for a year, let him come back next summer after maybe playing 25 games in Germany?
I'd consider loaning. I don't really know if I would consider selling him right now.
Yeah,
because I think there's potential in there. He just needs time to unlock it. He's not getting loads of game time with us, so he's not really developing. Like, to be honest, I'd like to see him play a little bit more in the under-23s. Like, that would be a good opportunity for him, at least to get some minutes. I'm not saying he should be playing every game for them, but just like a few games, like, like when players are either on the fringes or just coming back from injuries, just stick him in for the odd game or two, just to let him get some minutes.
Aye.
So yeah, I would consider loaning him if we were to get 2 strikers and no other reason, like even one's not enough. Like we need to keep him around just for a little bit of squad depth at the very, very least. I think I've seen someone mention in the comments there, could circle back to it in January. Like if we get 2 through the door, one's maybe his last minute, maybe he's look for another one in the January transfer window. If he's still not getting the game time, or if he still hasn't really developed much in the next few months up until January, then maybe it is something that we could think about for the second half of the season.
All right.
But yeah, right now,
Wants to be out of the Champions League.
yeah, could be. But yeah, like in our current situation, no, it doesn't make sense. Like if we want to get 15 million back for him, I mean, I suppose it's tempting. Like, are you going to make a lot of profit off of him?
No, not
I don't know. Yeah, not at the minute. So it doesn't really feel like much sense. Like even just breaking even. What's the fucking point?
No, it's 50 million.
Yeah,
these days
might as well just keep him in the squad and try and develop him for a little bit and let him go out on loan and get some experience. So yeah, I'd keep him around.
I think, and a lot of fans, see it in the chat and stuff as well. They want to see more of him. They want to see him give him a chance now.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe and the coaching team there obviously know more than us. There's a reason why he's not getting more game time, surely, especially now when we haven't got a striker. Does it show that he's not good enough / not ready, even though he's been here a year now? If he can't start games when we haven't got a striker, when we've got Isak there and happy, so he's not playing. We've got Wilson who's gone. We've got no one else. You're playing wingers as forwards, and he's not getting an opportunity. Does that not show that Eddie Howe doesn't really have faith in him?
It seems that way, yeah.
Doesn't it? So maybe they're putting out feelers. Maybe people are asking a question and they're saying, well, maybe I can go on loan, see what he does. I think the loan with an option to buy, and we have to accept it, it could be a good shout. So he goes on loan, and then they have an option for 15, 20 million next season if he hits certain criteria. But if we like what we've seen him do over in the Bundesliga, and then we call him back.
Mm.
But first of all, we obviously have to get replaced.
Get strikers in, yeah.
We haven't replaced Wilson yet. I mean, Isak. I mean, Osula.
One at a time, lads.
One at a time, please, lads. With 4 or 5 days ago. Great. Question you have from Blue Rhythm Boy. Why do they call him Keg? That's you. Why do they call you Keg?
Because it's my name.
It's his name.
Birth
certificate. Giving it.
Ask me ma.
Ask your ma. We'll get his mum on next week. We'll ask his mum about it. I think we're not in for Mateta. There's another name, but we're going to get into some super chats. There's 2 of them here. Where am I? There I am. Right. Aaron James speed runs asks Osula chance against Leeds. He bags 2 goals for us. I really want to see him. We're both going to Elm Road on the weekend, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah,
and I hope Osula's going and starts as well.
I would. I posted on Twitter yesterday like an early lineup prediction, given off just based off of obviously Golden suspension and the 3 injuries that we got, just trying to see what the team could be like. And I actually got like a few comments from like Leeds fans. To be fair, like even like obviously Leeds have lost their last 2 league games, haven't really played too well, and got ditched out of the cup on penalties last night. Sheffield Wednesday.
Dear me.
Yeah, Leeds fans are kicking off. Like Leeds fans are very, very down on themselves. So they commented to my lineup prediction saying that team could still get a battle with, basically. They said like a full strength Newcastle team would probably beat with 5-0. This team will still probably beat with 2-0.
What was your team?
I'll get it up for you.
Because I mean, yeah, it's funny to see Leeds and bloody hell, they've only been in the Premier League 2 weeks and they're already defeated.
Yeah, so I've got Chow coming in to start against alongside Dan Burn. I'd stick with the fullbacks just while Hall continues his development or recovery, I should say. Botman still on the bench as well. Midfield, Miley coming in for Tonali. Ramsey coming in for Joelinton and obviously Bruno with Alanga and Barnes on the wings with Osula up front.
Nice. That team's definitely still got to be.
It's not a bad team, to be fair. Like, it looks a bit daunting. Like Miley coming in, Ramsey coming in, Osula coming in as well. Chow getting a debut.
The bench is a bit stinky.
The bench is a little bit wanky. I've got Sean Neve coming in with Park Seung-soo as well.
Hey, big up Park Seung-soo, some boy like.
And Lascelles coming in as well to cover for Chow getting starting in the starting lineup. Wishart being injured. So yeah, got Willock, Hall, Botman, Murphy. So it's not bad when you look at them lot.
Hall, Murphy.
So them 4, like Botman, Hall, Willock, and Murphy, not too bad, yeah.
What about the keeper then? Sticking with Nick Pope?
Well, my prediction is because you know Eddie Howe's not rash. I think only like in a dramatic circumstance would Eddie Howe make a big decision like that. I think he's still confident in Pope being his goalkeeper for the time being. Maybe when a cup game comes and Ramsdale gets an opportunity, he's just got to take it with both hands. Anytime he gets an opportunity, he's going to have to show out and prove that he's better than Pope. But for the time being, I can't really see a change at this time. But the only good thing about your likes of Chow's debut, Miley, Ramsey, Osula coming in is that, and again, no disrespect, but it's probably a good thing that it's against Leeds. And as I said before, it's the Leeds fans that said it. The Leeds fans still think that team's good enough to smash them because they've played so poorly. So it's a good thing that it's a team like Leeds. Again, no disrespect, not calling them out or anything. But if this was like Liverpool or City or Arsenal or something, like
after
shit,
those injuries,
that's fucking drastic. It's a bit early, so it's good that like a young Miley and Osula who needs game time, like almost looking at like a cup game, like a little bit of rotation. I haven't really got any choice, to be honest. Like, there's not really much we can do about it. So it is a good thing. And as you said before, the international break's coming up afterwards as well. So it's probably perfect that it is Leeds. We've got a couple of weeks off, and then we'll come back to Wolves, who, again, no disrespect, but aren't really a very good team right now.
Who's Strand Lawson going to be playing for?
Exactly. So, yeah, it's a good time, really, to get these players playing when there's an opportunity, while a couple of people are injured and suspended. So, yeah, but yeah, still fancy you to get that win against Leeds with a revised team.
Me too. I like the look of Jacob Ramsey the other night as well.
He looked really good, yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
I hope he does start, but I agree with the super chat there. I do actually think Osula would score on the weekend as well. Osula, season-long loan to Wolves in the Lawson deal. That's a good show. I like that.
That's a very good deal.
I like that show by MB. All right, that would be a good idea. Again, keep him in the Prem.
Could make sense, but again, it kind of would depend on it, like Wissa, for example, like another one coming through. Like as we just said, you can't really let him go out unless you get two in, because that's one in, one out, and we're still in the exact same position. Yes, it's an upgrade, but it still doesn't really help out. So yeah, if we got Wissa in first, maybe, and then deadline day we'll hire 60 million deal in for Lawson, plus you can have a Sula on a season-long loan. Not bad.
Because you know what it is, he could go to the Bundesliga and do well, but then it's like
he'd probably look amazing.
He could come back here and then just not really set that away with it again. Like we've seen it many times, like people doing well in the Bundesliga.
I think a team like Wolves, like where it's obviously Premier League, playing against the best. Like this is where we want you to be. We want you to be playing well in the Premier League, not the fucking Bundesliga or La Liga or Serie A. Like when Newcastle were in the Premier League, we want you to play well in the Premier League. So
I like Wolves as manager as well. Vitor Pereira, I think he would be able to work with them well. So to be fair, good idea that one. Tony was saying there, I always thought Keg was your nickname. That's what he said there.
Wrong.
Aaron James speedruns. If Lawson was at RB, he'd be the same price as Sesko. Well, maybe. Probably not as much, but
slight overstatement, I would say. But
Sesko is younger and he's been highly rated and got that thing about him for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Can I get off the bench at Man U though?
Lawson's a bit older than I thought he was. Now he's 25, isn't he? Like Sesko's only like 22 or something.
22,
Yeah. So Lawson's got a few more years' experience on him. So, and where did he come from? He came from Portugal, didn't he?
Who's that? Lawson.
Celta
Vigo, Spain.
Celta Vigo, that's right.
But he definitely wouldn't be that much like. Nick's FPS picks, play it against Liverpool. We can beat any team. Absolutely.
Yeah.
With a striker and with
no injuries.
And 11 men. It'd be nice. But listen, we'll give them a good go. And we showed what we're capable of. So if we do perform like that against Leeds this weekend, no doubt we should get 3 points. And then, going forward, if we can get to that sort of level, we'll have a very good season again. Old Misty. No one wants to join your small club, Bumcastle fans. Know your place, Magpies.
All right, cheers for $5.
Aye, thanks for the $5, aye. Bumcastle United still above Manchester United in the league, though. So we'll have that. Yeah. No Champions League for Mold Trafford.
That is that Liverpool. Who's in that?
No, that's Man United shit, isn't it?
Is it? I can't say.
Oh, actually, yeah, maybe Liverpool.
Yeah, well, anyway.
I don't know. It looks like a rumour shit, actually. Who do you support, Old Misty? Either way.
Have a good day then, tomorrow.
Thanks for the $5. Appreciate it. Bumcastle took you, didn't he? Like that?
Did I?
Yeah,
Good on, Chess, mate. Needed that one.
Bumcastle United, fantastic.
Shit crock.
Where was I? Well, we've talked Osula, we've talked Target, we've talked Botman. Let's talk about Tim again, isn't it? It's Alexander Isak. So I did a video the other day, Keg. All the breaking news on the game night was that the owners had went to his house, tried to convince him to stay. Jamie Rubin, all the rest of it, haven't changed his mind. Still wants to leave, still on strike. Where do we go? And as the title of the podcast is, how does the Isak Saga end? Few days to go.
I'm past the point in Karen now.
Same. That's what I was saying the other night. I just want it over with.
Shit anymore.
I just want a resolution. I think that's what the owners wanted to try and convince him to stay. But then after that, it's like, can we just get over this?
But that's still not really a reasonable solution. Like the way that I see it is, he stays, and then one of two things happens, which is he starts playing again. He issues his apologies. He gets back to training. Apologies to the fans. Comes back, scores goals. All's gravy. Cannot see that happening. Or he stays and we'll let him rot, which sounds lovely. Would dock him wages every time he doesn't attend training, every game that he doesn't play. Yeah, fined. So can do that. Let him rot in the reserves. Let him stay up if he wants, but you're not going to get paid for it. So crack on, mate. Do whatever you want. Or the flip side would just let him go. But it's not just a case of letting him go. Like, you can't, like, I was going to say, this is a business. You can't just be like, oh, you want to get Liverpool? All right, well, I'll send you in a wicket basket down the Mersey.
It's free, man.
Like, it just doesn't work like that. Like, Liverpool need to come up with a better offer. We've rejected 110. And we're already kind of probably going to let you have a discounted deal.
No,
like, we said that we'll not accept anything less than 150. At this rate, I can see we're accepting 120 at least, probably definitely 130. So straight away, you're already getting a 20 million, maybe even 30 million pound discount.
Aye.
And this is a business for a player 3 years left on his contract. So you're welcome, Liverpool, if we accept your offer, which we absolutely do not have to do. But that's the thing. We'll let him go because he's being such a dick. It's like, mate, just fuck off.
It's working, hasn't it?
But Liverpool need to give with that offer. They need to give with that offer, which is still going to be 20, 30 million below our asking price.
Yeah.
So they're your options. Liverpool, come up with a better offer and you can go. Get on, piss off. I'll pack your bags for you, whatever. Or you stay and you either crack on or you don't and you'll not get paid.
Would you accept now the 120 million? I mean, that doesn't even get you 2 Strand Lawsons. That's how hard the market is. So that'll be the next bid. I'm surprised it hasn't came on when we're doing the show, to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
But that bid's been, in the works, bracing for that for the last day or so after the Liverpool game on Monday night. There was talks that were coming on Wednesday. We're still here on Wednesday at nearly 7 p.m. Liverpool yet to bid again. Maybe they're waiting for us to get a replacement in, or will that be tested in the next couple of days? You'd think so. 120, rising to 130 million with add-ons, maybe along those lines. I just can't see anything happening yet until we do get Strand Lawson in, a Witzer in, anybody in.
And then that's another thing. Like, say Liverpool can come up with a better offer, but we need players in. They're like, ideally, I mean, I suppose it's ideal in the perfect sense that he stays, he plays, he scores goals, he apologizes, he cracks on, and all is love and war. But we don't live in that ideal world. So if he is to move, we need replacements. Like, we can't just let him go and be like, all right, go on, crack on. And then we're left with Osula. Like, we need to have like at least some assurances in place that Wissa, Strand Lawson, both of anyone else are going to come. The Brentford, Wolves, that going to strike a deal with, will like at least have some sort of agreement in place that if Isak goes prior to replacing him, someone is going to come in by the end of the window. Nice. Otherwise, we're going to have to just pop Isak on the shelf, crack on with trying to get someone in, and if we can't get anyone in, then Isak stays on the shelf. Like, our hands are as tied as much as Isak's is.
It is, and time's ticking.
There's not really a lot we can do about it.
Time is ticking. There's not much
unless we get a reasonable offer. I say, if Liverpool offer 120, 130 million, we'll shake your hand and say we will accept, and we'll push the deal through once we sign someone. Once Strand Lawson or someone comes in, then you can have them. But until then, no.
Because we can't allow Isak to be sold and be in the situation we are now with Osula, because we're already getting inflated fees. We're already getting silly demands from Brentford for Wissa, now from Wolves with Strand Lawson, 60 million plus, and it still might even get rejected, the reports are saying for that.
Yeah, we'll end up overpaying.
Imagine if we sold Isak tomorrow for 130, then Wolves will want 80.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't do that. We can't be into that position. So it is a bit of a nightmare scenario with deadline day looming on Monday.
Yeah.
Super chat here from Jeff. If Isak stays, he gets an injury on international duty. Well, there is that, because he has been called up with Sweden today on international duty.
What
even
a
though,
prick.
Nah. I mean, I would love him to go into Liverpool and then get that injury. Be great, that. Absolutely fantastic. But, you've seen the jokes, the memes the day that Isak's agent has told Swedish FA that he only wants to play for Brazil. One's out now.
Let's say that one's a transfer.
He doesn't know he wants to transfer from Sweden now. He's got some Brazilian heritage in there somewhere. So that's Isak, the way his agent works. But, yeah, there's always the potential of that. I mean, no Newcastle's luck would probably turn down 130 million, try to reintegrate Isak and get injured on the first day back.
Probably.
Nick's FPS picks. God, I hope he plays second fiddle to Ekitike. I was saying this to Alex the in the box, man. When Ekitike scored, I says, you really don't need Isak. I know you've only got one striker.
Younger, cheaper version.
But just go and get another striker. Yes, you want backup. But, and I'm not saying this because I don't want to go, because I do want Isak to go now. I don't care. But I was just saying it genuinely to him. I was like, I think Liverpool selling Isak will unsettle Ekitike. And I think it'll dampen his progress. Honestly, I do.
With what I thought when we were linked with Ekitike to come and play with Isak, is I thought they were a bit too similar. And even now Liverpool want to put them both together. So we wanted to put them together. Liverpool want to put them together. They are very lifelike. They're both tall and gangly, both quite good on the ball, good finishers.
Fast.
Quick.
Good in the air.
Yeah, so I don't get why you would want two similar players. Like, kind of opposites work better, really. Like, kind of like a little and large combo, like a Crouch and Defoe, something like that. Like, Ekitike and Isak are very, very similar. Like I say, Ekitike is a younger, cheaper version. So why, if at this point Ekitike was flopping and he thought, oh, he's a bit of a project, he's going to grow, blah, blah, blah. Like, we'll get someone who is a little bit more guaranteed to get goals right now. Ekitike is banging them in. Like, you really, really don't need to go and spend a British record fee on someone very, very similar, slightly better than what you've already got.
That's still probably the best.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't,
It really doesn't. But hey, Liverpool, do what you want.
I do what you want. Well, they are going to do what they want. They've been doing that all summer, to be fair. I just seen something there. Kevin, it's not a super chat, but I'll read out because I want to wish you all the best for Friday. Kevin Hutchinson says, I'm getting married in this venue on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
A Nicky wedding for you. Enjoy yourself. Get on the old paints, yeah. You'll have a good one. All the best, mate. All wishes all the best. But, yeah, so, Isak, that's the latest on him. Wissa, there is no update, to be fair, all week, is there?
Not really. That seems to be a big pin in that one, isn't it?
Aye, it does. Still waiting for Brentford to sign players. They're linked with that. Is it Max Bayer or something from Borussia Dortmund? Then they might allow Wissa to go. So, yeah, Wissa, we've been repeating ourselves for weeks. Like, oh, it's close. It's going to happen. Wissa wants to move. Brentford keep moving the goalpost, though, and they're waiting for their player to come through the door. But, yeah, we'll wait for a fresh one on that one. But there is plenty of fresh updates as the seconds tick by on Jorgen Strand Lawson. Just in the last hour or so, Sky Sports are reporting that Newcastle are preparing a third bid for the striker. However, just before that, the Daily Mail reporting that no matter what the bid is, 60 million, 70 million, they will still reject it. He is not for sale. They don't want to lose him with only a few days left of the transfer window. So it beggars belief why Newcastle have been chasing him for the past couple of weeks, putting bids in for him, about to put another one in, if Wolves are just going to reject it again. Or is this just Wolves driving up the price? Because to be fair, Wolves manager, after their game last night, in which Lawson came off the bench and scored a brace, said that every player has his price. I want him to stay, but I'm not the owner of the football club. So, what's the crack there then, Kay? With Lawson, do you think this bid will get accepted? Where do we go with it? And are we overpaying? 60 million now. For a player that signed for 23 million 2 months ago, is kind of mad.
I feel like we're flogging a dead horse a little bit here with this one. Like, I get it. I get we want them. I get the Wolves don't want to sell. I don't really get the business side of it, especially from Wolves, and the fact that they only actually made this deal permanent on the 1st of July. So he's already been transferred this summer. And I don't know if this used to be a rule or if it still is or if I've just made it up, but I'm pretty sure you can't make a signing with the same player twice in the same window.
You can. It's too high. It's price high. Or you could get around it by loaning them. Then
well, that's what I thought. It's going to have to be like a loan to buy deal or whatever. So these like 50, 60 million offers, I'm thinking, how does this even work? But anyway, so yeah, I mean, he was just signed for, what was it? I'm sure it was like 30 million euros. Or it's about 20.
It was 23 million.
23 million pounds, yeah. On the 1st of July, last month. Like, it's still August. So it was literally a month ago, almost 2 months ago, the sign up for 23 million, and we're nearly tripling that.
I kind of believe that
a month later. It is a bit mad, but I get it from their point of view, and also it came out today that Dortmund signing Fabio Silva, so they're already losing a striker there. So yeah, they'll definitely not want to sell him. I mean, they've done really well last year, kind of in the same way that Brentford don't want to sell Wisa. Like, they had 2 really good players last year. One's already gone to Man United. The other one they're holding out to not sell. Wolves only had 2 players, and if it wasn't for them, they probably would have got relegated. Like Mbumo, one of them's got to Man United.
Yeah.
So obviously they don't want to sell a player that got 14 league goals when realistically you are shite. Like them 14 goals and Cunha's performances pretty much kept Wolves in the Premier League. So I get them not wanting to sell, and again, that was on loan, 14 goals. Now they've just made the deal permanent. They obviously see a future in him. So why would they sell him in the very same window that they've signed him? So it doesn't make sense for Wolves. Maybe from a financial standpoint, like it'll probably do well. Like, obviously you're tripling your money from any deal that we end up agreeing, because you've already rejected 60 million. So and anything more is probably going to be close to like tripling your money from what you paid literally a month ago. And obviously in FFP terms, that'll do them really well. But yeah, it's just a hard deal to get done. Like, obviously, I get Wolves not wanting to sell. Strand Lawson said himself that he's not going to push the deal through. Like, he's interested, but he's not really bothered either way. So it's not like he's going to do a Wisa or an Isak and spit his dummy out and stop turning up training and stop playing and stuff. So
that's good of him, isn't it?
It's very nice, good professionalism, that Jorgen.
He said he wants to play Freddie how he wants Champions League, but like you said, he respects that Wolves have given him the chance. The side they paid for him this summer, they gave him the opportunity last year on loan, and he's going to honour that. You know, even the Wolves manager said, I've had players in the past who would just down tools now, would force a move. He said Lawson would never do that. He says he's a very, very good bloke, you know, switched on and respectful.
That's the kind of player that we want.
That's exactly the type of player we want. Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like this is going to be a really, really hard deal to get done. And if we do start opening it after already having 60 million rejected, we're going to be overpaying.
Aye, definitely. I think 50 odd was a fair price. They would have doubled the money. He's had a very good season in the Prem there. He's 25, but you've still got ages left there, and you're 7, 8 years easy if you do well, keep fit. So that would have been a good deal. That would have been fair. But then again, Wolves are sitting there saying, now we had this target lined up. We loaned him, got better, signed him permanently. And there's a few days left of the window. Can't really replace him. And we don't want to replace him. His goals might keep us up. Yeah. So that's worth more than 60 million itself.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
It's the same reason why Keith Andrews wants to keep Johan Wissa. Goals will, win you football games and will keep you in the Premier League. So it's a tough one. You're right. It is going to be a tough deal to get done. Newcastle aren't giving up. Different reports saying Wolves standing firm, don't want to sell. Other reports saying, well, maybe 65, 70 will do it. But fuck it, 70 million for... and I've
that one good season in the Premier League.
I've sung Lawson's praises. A lot of fans are thinking, nah, he's not that good, blah. But I actually do really like him, and I think he will be really good for us. But 70 million is nuts, man.
It's a lot.
It's crazy,
good
crazy.
Player,
money.
a lot of money.
But we'll see where that goes. Bid's expected to come in soon. The way that it's gone lately, it will be rejected once more. We've got a reply. Kev, got a reply from old Misty.
As funny as the last one.
I support Mainoo, told you, just knew it. Bound to be it. The real United still got more polling power than Bumcastle. Be happy with the change and learn to know your place. Yeah.
What change?
What change, huh?
Man United's always been bigger than Newcastle. We know that.
Aye, but we're better now. You may be bigger commercially, but we're better because we finished above you again last year, and we'll do this year. So,
all right, cheers for $10.
How's the old £200 million strike force going for you? And Boomo, Cunha, Chesko, William Osula score more goals than all three. So take that, hold that.
Hold that.
Joe Linton, big up Joe Linton for restarting the phone there to send the super chat. Appreciate that
Thank you
one,
very
my
much.
friend. Thank you very much.
Like
Make Isak the new spit bucket as punishment. that's some comment, isn't it?
It is. I like it.
Then get him to Liverpool covered in spit, just to follow up with that one. Send him down to Liverpool in the spit. There we go. Good stuff.
Good one, Big Joe.
Thank you for the super chats from Big Joe Linton there. Last but not least, and meets you like this one. Newcastle today linked with generational talent from Manchester United, Kobe Mainoo.
Got to be 100 million, is it?
100 million. But who just doesn't fit into Ruben Amorim's plans at all for some reason. They're absolutely crap. And you've got Agati and Casemiro starting above him. So, yeah, Mainoo's very unhappy. Apparently, he wants to move. He wants to be playing first team football. It's a World Cup, yeah, of course he does.
Yeah.
And the mad thing is, he started the Euro final, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's right in the plans there. So he was great for England. Looked to be good at Manchester United. Now he can't get a game. You mentioned earlier in the show, Keg, that you'd like another midfielder. We need depth, definitely right now after recent injuries and suspensions and stuff. So is it a good link for you then? Is that a midfielder you would be interested in signing? Apparently, Mainoo would be happy to do a deal because of PSR as well.
In all honesty, I'd be actually very, very happy with this one. Like,
I'd love it.
I think Man United are an absolute shit show. And there's probably only a handful of players, like especially from last season. Like if you take out like Cunha's and Boumos, Cheskos, there's only maybe it's only two players that I would say like to Man United, keep these and fuck everyone else off. Like your Garnachos, your Rashfords, your Sanchos.
Garnacho's going to Chelsea. Just breaking news there.
Is it?
Aye.
No, that's been on the cards for a while, isn't it?
Yeah.
But them two that I would kind of build my team around are Amad Diallo and Kobe Mainoo.
Yeah.
Like two young, very, very good players, as you say. Like he scored against us now. Was it last season or the year before? Kobe Mainoo? I'm sure he scored against us when he was like 18 or something like that.
I think he did,
yeah.
Aye.
And every time I've seen him play for England, he's looked really, really good on the ball. He's a very, very good player. So yeah, like when he first came through, he was this like big generational talent and going to be the future of the team, blah, blah, blah. And now he's supposedly available for 40 million. In all honesty, I think that would be a bargain. Like when we're talking about overpaying for Strand Lawson and Wissa and whoever else, like if Man United would deal at that, I reckon we would go in at 40 and they would be like 60.
Aye.
Guaranteed.
Just so you wanted Strand Lawson.
But even so, even if we had to negotiate a little bit, go in with 40, even if you have to pay 60. For his age, he's still in like 19, 20 or something like that. He's still really young. Got like the rest of his career ahead of him.
He'll be worth a fortune in years.
I think it's phenomenal business, to be honest. I think Man United would be absolutely stupid to do it. But if they're going to be stupid, then we'll take advantage of that. So, yeah, I would have him in a heartbeat.
I would love him, like in development already, how good that would be. And then, then he replace Joe Linton or someone. It's difficult because he's not getting in the team for Mainoo, and he certainly wouldn't be guaranteed to get in the team at Newcastle with our midfield, which
he doesn't need to start week in, week out now.
No, he doesn't, but he'll develop more under how you can play a lot of games across domestic competitions and that. So, honestly, I really like the signing. It's one of the ones I'd love to see what get done the next few days.
Definitely. Because
he will kick on. He will be an England midfielder like he has been already, but he'll cement that place for me and he'll be a real star in the future. And I think he could be that would be a steal of 40, 50 million. I think it would be a bargain.
There's been linked with around about that, if not more, for Conor Gallagher.
Exactly.
I'd rather have Kobe Mainoo.
Aye. Exactly.
Younger?
I really would.
Yeah.
And the poor lad might be playing at Grimsby at night. I don't know. I think I've seen people there saying, they took the main team to Grimsby. We're going to head off soon because I want to watch that game. And then we've got the Carabao Cup draw following that match. Sesko, Mainoo and Onana start for Man United at Grimsby. The poor lads at bloody Blundell Park the night. Big up Blundell Park that we were there quite a while ago now. We were a decade or so ago.
A lovely stadium, but that's maybe not the word I would use. But
no, but it was a great time.
Great times.
Yeah, Amad, Sesko, Cunha. Yeah, so it could be. I would love to see Grimsby Man United tonight. For obvious reason, it would have been hilarious, but because we had a couple of weekends in Grimsby back in the day, went to a
memories.
Grimsby Town match, and then I would love for Newcastle to draw Grimsby after that, to be honest with you.
Great. Yeah, good times, good memories.
Big up Evermore in UFC. Another week, another no striker. At this rate, you'll be up front versus Leeds, mate. Great content as always, bud. Cheers, mate. That's why I'm in this top, to be fair. And goal poacher, he could be up front against Leeds at this stage. I've got my shirt on. I am ready to go. Scooby, Man United's original name was Newton Heath. Was indeed. And now it's Norwich Reds, to be honest, with them scores that they like to bring out. HNS, I think the deal is done behind closed doors with PIF, and a deal is agreed for next summer for Salah, a Saudi, on a good price, and already agreed Darwin. Yeah, Salah surely got to end up at Saudi at some point, hasn't he? They tried to get him last year, didn't they? But then he signed the new extension.
He was coming out of contract, wasn't he?
I mean, he is like the king over there, isn't he? Like quite literally in that region, and for Egypt. So I could definitely see that at some stage of his career. Big up to Joe Linton for that super chat there. Salute, mate. Let's finish off the show then. Keg, actually, no. Right. What we need to do is transfer prediction. Just quickly, since we're going on over an hour. We'll try and that
Mystic Meg right
now. Let's try and answer the question, the title. How does the Isak Saga end? Let's just do a prediction. Then we'll start off with who do you think Newcastle will sign in the last few days of the window? We don't have to go really deep into it. Just a couple of names and what we think is going to happen, and make sure you are putting yours in the comments as well. Who you think will sign? Who do you want us to sign?
Based on the transfer window that we've just had, who I think will sign, I couldn't tell you.
It's so hard to say.
It really is. Like all the rejections and all this stuff. Like who I think is an impossible ask right now, because I don't have a crystal ball. I do not know. Who I would like to sign. Probably everyone that we've been linked with. As I said before, we need squad depth. And Kobe Mainoo would be phenomenal. Wissa and Strand Lawson are the two front runners as we're striking options. Whether we'll sign both of them, I don't know. If we sign either one of them, I don't know, to be honest with you. Is there anyone else that we've really been linked with?
I can't believe
about it, really, isn't it?
I can't believe this player hasn't been bid for yet. Eddie Howe loves him. It's been talked about it all year. They're happy to sell because of PSR. The player apparently wants to move. It's Ollie Watkins at Aston Villa. Apparently he's available for 60 million. I know he's because he's older, so Newcastle are going for Lawson at 25. They don't want to pay that much for a 29-year-old. But Ollie Watkins, like, guarantees.
We're almost going to pay that for Wissa.
Exactly.
Who's the same age, if not a year younger.
It's going to get a 40, 50 million for Wissa, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm honestly surprised that we don't go for, like, all out for Watkins, 60-odd million. There's your number 9, bang. Scores goals for the next 3 years, sorted. And then you look abroad for what Wolves did with Lawson.
Voldemade?
Yeah. With Wolves with Lawson as well, where they found him from Celta Vigo, and, you pluck a 23, 24-year-old and then see what he can do type of thing and bring him up. But
Samu
as well. If you sell Isak, you get your 130 for him. You pay the 70, 80 million that Porto want, and you just go for it because he's going to be a big player. So I would like that to happen, but listen, everything points at the minute to Strand Lawson and Wissa. Yeah. I think one of them might not happen because of all the rejection page and players not being able to be replaced and that. It could, for me, Soloth was linked last weekend. It could be a name like that out of the blue.
Yeah, could be.
Someone that hasn't been linked. We'll look abroad. Obviously, I think Vlahovic has been offered, but his wages are crazy. And I think he may be going to AC Milan now. Someone said in the chat earlier after Boniface failed the medical at AC Milan, a player that been linked to Newcastle as well.
Someone that you've liked, didn't he?
I loved him.
I think he's only available for like 20 million.
Exactly. I know.
Well, is he failed the medical?
Failed the medical. And 2 parts of it apparently. So he's
that's not good.
Goosed. So there's no way to go in for there. But yeah, we'll probably get maybe Lawson and Vardy on deadline day, something like that. I think the outs will be obviously targets happening today. We've kind of makeshifted the goalkeeper department, haven't we? I think Osula could leave, to be honest with you, if we do get replacements in. But right now, I would say no. And I think there's still potential that Joe Willock could leave. Especially we've got Kobe Mainoo. That's a player that I really want to see sign.
Could do, to be fair.
Willock to Palace or Fulham's been mooted. Obviously, he's fit again now. We thought he was injured for a bit. He's back, but it won't be long before he's injured again. So
that was early in the window. That when I was saying, like if we got Palace and Fulham were in for
Brevin Diaz being linked, yeah.
All right then. Like I say, if Kobe Mainoo came through, then could let Willock go out. Like,
how much do PSG want by it? Because I've seen someone say
Gonzalo Ramos,
Voltamir, Guerra, and Ramos. Like, surely Gonzalo Ramos isn't going to cost much more than 70 million or something.
Probably
we're going to pay that for Strand Lawson.
Yeah.
Why the fuck aren't we bidding for Gonzalo Ramos?
Literally.
That's the type of player I'd expect a profile for that sort of money in that. It really is. But
going with like a cheeky 60 million bid, and I think we could negotiate on that. Like, I think we could go like a little bit higher, but it's a good starting offer, I think.
And the final out is the title in the podcast as well. How does Isak Saga end? Does he stay or does he go?
I think he might go.
I think he'll go.
Yeah, it's a hard one. This is another one that's gonna probably go till deadline day. But yeah, I think we might as well just let him go at this rate. As much as I don't want to let him go, there's no point hanging on to him. Just let him go and just see you later.
See you later. I think he will. Finally, then, Leeds United is the game on Saturday, 5:30. Me and Keg will be there, buzzing for that one. Can't wait for the atmosphere at Ellen Road, and hopefully see us get our first win of the season. 3 games in, we've had tough games. Listen, this is still a difficult fixture. Leeds beat Everton in their opening game at Ellen Road. But like you said, Leeds fans aren't too happy. I don't think they've took too kindly to our boy Longy. Yeah, have they? Sean Longstaff
slagging off on Twitter this afternoon.
Hasn't really played many minutes, but he's getting slagged off when he does play.
He started last night in the cup, but I think his only other games in the Premier League was like late.
2 minutes.
He really had a lot of minutes. Like.
Yeah. Bloody hell. Poor Sean, he was a scapegoat in Newcastle. He's a scapegoat there already, bless him. But listen, I hope he does well, but not on Saturday if he does play. Newcastle, you had your lineup prediction out there before. I would go with Osula. Personally, I would be tempted to go for Ramsdale in goal. I want to see Ramsdale, but maybe the atmosphere at Leeds, maybe you wait until Wolves at home is a nice game for him to get his debut, probably, and Ramsdale after the international break. But I'm confident heading to Leeds. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm going to back maybe a 2-0, Newcastle 2-1.
Yeah, I'd go 2-0. They're a team that hasn't started well and obviously just been promoted, like coming up from the Premier League. It's from the Championship like to the Premier League. It's tough. Like it's a big ask for any team, really. But yeah, like they haven't started well. Fans aren't very happy. A couple of weeks ago, we've done our first manager out, and we said Farke could be a top one, and he's doing well so far.
He's getting there.
I mean, even with a little bit of a depleted side with 3 key injuries, still no main striker, suspension to Gordon. It's going to be a big rotated team, but even with that, I think we're still strong enough to get past them. I don't think it'll be easy. I think it'll be a tough game.
I'd be close.
But yeah, I think we've got a couple of goals in to scrape away with a 2-0 win.
Mm-hmm. It's a close one. It's going to be some atmosphere at Ellen Road as well, isn't it? You know, it'll be a bit of a feisty one again. Just off the back of Liverpool's feisty atmosphere. Got them all over the place.
I've never been to Ellen Road. I've always wanted to do Newcastle as an away game at Ellen Road. I think it's always be a good one and a close one, almost a derby.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for Sunderland getting promoted, it probably would be our closest one. So, looking forward to it. Should be a good one.
I'll tell you who won't be drawn in the Carabao Cup tonight, 10 p.m. It's Sunderland. About 7 fans were there last night at the Stadium of Shite to watch them get beat.
That actually annoyed me when I seen that picture this morning. It's embarrassing that, like for any football club.
Tickets were $5 as well, you know. Put tickets out for $5, right? How can they not fill like half of the stadium even for that?
That is honestly
Tuesday night when you've just been promoted.
Rivalries aside, like forgetting that it's Sunderland for a second, I feel like for any club, especially like a Premier League club, that's embarrassing.
Nah, it is really embarrassing.
Like not even if it was a bit patchy, if there was like a few empty seats, fair enough. But like what actually was the capacity?
We get more tents.
Because it looked like there was 3 empty stands, like full empty stands. Like that is shocking from any level. Like it's the Carabao Cup against a decent team like Sheffield Wednesday. Like, you've just getting promoted to the Premier League. Now should be the time that the city's buzzing, the fans are buzzing. Well, back in the Premier League, we've been wanting this for 6 years or 7 years or whatever long they're out. This season they should be absolutely gunning for the money that they've spent in the summer.
140 odd million.
And you can't pay fucking £5 for a ticket.
Terrible.
That's absolutely shocking. Like I say, on any level, not even just the fact that it's Sunderland. If it was anyone else. Like, it actually pissed me off when I seen that picture the other day. I was like, them fans are a fucking joke.
Oh, proper joke. So embarrassing. And even more embarrassing getting beat off League One Huddersfield. There's that as well. But I'll be back at 10 p.m. tonight, people, for the Carabao Cup draw after the Mainoo Grimsby game. Come on, Grimsby. Up the Mariners. Let's get that. Is the nickname, isn't it? Mariners, yeah. Get in the Mariners. Let's hope they beat Man United tonight. We would absolutely love to see it. Benjamin Sesko's starting debut at Blundell Park. I mean,
Welcome England.
Welcome England. Oh, fantastic. Andrew's asking, who do you want in the Champions League? Rewind. We did that earlier in the show. James says, thanks for the show, lads. Class as usual. Big up, James. Thanks very much. And thanks to everyone for tuning in. And also a big thank you, as per usual, to Anarchy Brewery for hosting us this evening. You can pick up cans of Warbia in the link in the description. Get involved in that and get involved in the channel by subscribing, dropping a like on this video. Most importantly, enjoy yourself.